Anastasia, I wanted to talk to you because the students that are going to be listening to this have come from all over Europe. You come from Russia, and I wanted to hear a little bit about how you feel your international heritage has helped you with your career and insight. And how did you end up actually having come from Russia here in the UK? So yes, it'd be lovely to hear more.
Thank you so much. You know, I believe that insights, actual insights and understanding the customers, there are no borders. We started, it's cross-country, cross-nation values. Because by the end of the day, all people, they want to live happy lives. They want to celebrate something special, celebrate life with their loved ones, with their families, with their friends. They want to live healthier. So honestly, from my end, I believe that what I learned being around 25 years in insights, working in different markets, different countries, that insights is actually the same across all the nations, all the countries. Yes, you pointed out that I started back a long time ago when all the Western brands, they came to Eastern Europe, and it was fascinating time of launching basic products. And then I progressed and I worked in very different countries, in Germany, now in the UK. And from my experience, I really believe that with thinking that putting customer in the heart of decision making of any business, it's really changing the game of how any business is operating. And it doesn't matter where this customer is based. Of course, it's quite important to mind the differences between the countries. But to make it financially meaningful, our role as insights people is focusing on similarities. First of all, we really need to understand what's the similarities between markets, but how we manifest, how we market the product. It's actually, we need to mind the differences and really understand, like, for example, if you look at skincare, in Brazil, the most important part of the body ladies are looking after is their body. But if you think about Korea, it's always face. And this is the difference, the fundamental difference. If you start launching with a product that's very critical and elite product for the range, it's very important difference, cultural difference. So yes, international angle makes insights super exciting. And we as insights people, our role to guide, to navigate the business, how to make innovations, first of all, how to make business successful. And this is all about cultural differences and some heritage that's really different from market to market. But essence is the same.
And do you think the fact that you come from a slightly different cultural heritage helps with understanding the nuances? Because, you know, obviously you're living in a different culture to the one you grew up in. So it's something you must be thinking about, perhaps more than someone who's lived in the same culture all their lives.
Yes, I think it's real benefit. It's real benefit because you really can a little bit look at different angle, and it's the way things you are doing. It's not always. It might be different way how things needs to be done. Like for example, when I run interviews in Turkey, it was very important how it was about beverages, how important flavor, how important if it's sweet taste, it should be very sweet. If it's sour taste, it should be very sour. How important in terms of the taste of, for example, this specific country. For me, it was too much and overwhelming, but I do understand that it could be different perception, could be different customer needs, and they should respect these customer needs and not be surprised. When, for example, one of the part of our role is really talking to customers. And it's very important that there are different cultures And being from a country with kind of understanding that it might be different cultures, it's very important not to be surprised what you hear. Like, for example, you are meeting a lady and she's, I don't know, 25 years old, and she's got 5 kids. And it's absolutely fine. And in some markets, it's absolutely fine. And it's very important to be neutral, to respect other cultures. And this is exactly that I believe helps me to come from different background, from different country, and accept and respect other cultures.
Thank you. And the other thing I find really interesting about your career is that you've worked in such different markets. So you've worked in consumer healthcare, you've worked in fizzy drinks for PepsiCo, you're currently working for a building company. How does that compare? I mean, you know, and do you enjoy them all equally?
Guys, I just want to assure you, if you start working in research, you'll be so surprised. It's easy to come from one industry to another. It's so easy because it's first of all, it's about customer. Consumer is your boss. It's very important to understand what's the needs of, I don't know, the moment I'm working a lot with B2B, business to business. So for me at the moment, core target roofing companies and contractors. When I worked, for example, in pet care, I've got 2 targets. I've got cats, dogs, and their owners. So it's different target, and breeders, by the way. So it doesn't matter actually what you research, whom you research. It's about really understand deep insights why people do why people making particular choices. And once you understand why people making these particular choices, you will be able to transfer it into business language and explain it to your business partners. And actually, methods are quite similar. So interestingly, what I found from during my many years in Insights, it's all about learning, because our industry developing so rapidly, especially with digital, especially with data science now. And I believe you can't learn a lot, just in university or reading the books. You really need practice. And this is again, going from one industry to another. I see that even industry are different. You're using the same methods. Could be concept test, product test, advertising, tracking. So actually, once you know the method, you can really apply those different methods, techniques to different industries, different markets. And by the end of the day, come with exciting insights that's really helping you and your business partners to progress with their businesses successfully.
And when we were talking earlier, you were very passionate about how meaningful insight can be and how it can make a difference. And I felt that that was one of the key reasons why you choose to work in this area. Could you just expand briefly on that a bit for me?
Yes, honestly, it's one of the reasons why I stayed in Insights all my career so far. I could move to sales, I could move to marketing, but Insights, and especially meaningfulness of Insights, was absolutely critical for me. And it is critical. But at the moment, for example, I'm working for the company that's promoting sustainability. And we know quite well that it's our responsibility as brands, as big companies, to lead customers to better solutions. But not every time, for example, sustainability could be a cheaper solution. And we need to find reasons for them to pay extra at the moment for those sustainable solutions. And we as Insights, we should find the right language, the right benefits of the products, explain why it's so critical for them to choose sustainable solutions. The same with health, the same with changing customer lives. So any company I worked before, it's really, I found meaningfulness that we as insights people, we are listening what people want, and we understand where where companies should take them to. And matching these two together is really makes the difference, changing customer lives, making their lives easier. At the moment, for example, we know quite well that inflation is a big issue, and many families, they're struggling with actually their food bills. How make sure that currently we can, as for companies who are really focusing like on retail environment, make sure that they're offering basic products at lower price. But how to get this price lower is really about smart promotion strategy that really is a source for funding lower price on key value items. So from my end, I believe that making customers happier and making their life better and really leading them to where we need to be in terms of sustainability, health, right choices of products, less sugar, less fat, but still giving the same level of enjoyment and happiness. This is what Insights is about.
Thank you. That's been so interesting. Yeah, and you've spelt out exactly why Insight is a great career, regardless of market, actually. So I think some of the students would like to get in touch with you. I know that if I pronounce your surname, I'm going to get it wrong. Do you mind if they A, get in touch with you on LinkedIn, and B, can you spell at least your surname? I think we can manage Anastasia, but how do you spell
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just my daughter, who is 18 years old, who is actually going to university right now, she always kind of saying it's Chernikova. It's not Chernikova, it's Chernikova, C-H-E-R-N for November, Y-A-K-O-V-A, Chernikova Anastasia. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to help you, happy to guide you. Insight is my passion. I'm doing it for many years, and I hope I'll carry on doing this for many years because it's fascinating. It's really fascinating, and it's changing, and especially it's connected to digital now, all the fancy stuff. So if you choose Insights, it's the right way to move forward. And again, Yanis, as you mentioned, I'm happy to guide you and advise.
Thank you. Thank you very much.